golden age. Let's all put our rage off to the side. This is the golden age. Let's engage in a whole new kind of way. This is the golden age. Turn the page and we'll start to ease the pain. I believe in a world of conversation, because we've just got so much to celebrate. I believe in a world that can come together, no matter what a race or creed or color. Dream big, shoot for stars, build a home up on Mars, when our hearts might land. Oh, we just can't miss. Oh no. To the top, don't look back, never stop. I didn't know how much I really needed this. I believe in a world where speaking our mind doesn't make us heartless, cruel, or unkind. Respects the truth and learns from its mistakes. This is the golden age. We're uncaged and ready to fly.
The colourful voice of radio.
This is the golden age. Let's all put our rage off to the side.
Why not come with me, join me on a journey in my time broadcast every Monday between 2 and 3 p.m. on Spectrum On Air.
Let's engage in a whole new kind of way.
60s through to the 80s, indulge yourself in some nostalgia and let us go back in time together. That's Joe's Time Zone every Monday between 2 and 3 p.m. on Spectrum On Air, the colourful voice of radio. Your that's a date. Don't be late.
This is the golden age.
New smart apps with our advanced ways for viewing. XP-TV1.
This is the golden age.
Samsung Galaxy Store.
Turn the page and we'll start
Google
to
Play.
ease the pain.
Roku. Samsung Smart TV's App Store. And Apple TV. Huawei. Amazon Fire Stick and App Store. XP TV1. Tomorrow's TV broadcasting today.
You are listening to Spectrum On Air. Our normal programming is off air at the moment, so to keep you entertained, we've assembled a montage of all the genre of artists we play on the station. Spectrum On Air, hope you enjoy your little potpourri of songs. So, welcome back if you are a regular listener, and if not, please come by and listen again. Spectrum On Air, the colourful voice of radio.
shows to listen to on Spectrum on Air. Reggae. Ooh, yeah. Jazz. Rock and roll jukebox.
Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. Got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it.
And country gold. All new shows on Spectrum on Air. Visit our website on spectrumonair.com or listen on Mixcloud Live.
Don't forget, you can listen to this radio station on the Get Me Radio platform. Download the Get Me Radio app and listen on your Android or Apple mobile phone, and a whole range of TV apps such as Roku, Fire, Android and Apple TV. You can also listen on Alexa and Google Home devices. Just search for Get Me Radio. Download the apps and listen to this radio station on your favorite devices.
Join me, Rosemary, and my special guests for my show, Extra Time with Rosemary, on Sundays at 1 p.m. Each week, a guest and I will discuss their passion, whether they've just become a published writer, an entrepreneur, or supporting a meaningful charity. Our goal is to challenge others to follow their dreams. So listen to Extra Time with Rosemary on Sundays at 1 p.m. here on Spectrum on Air, the colorful voice of radio.
Having trouble advertising your act? Need more exposure without breaking the bank? Here at CJC Promotions, we believe that teamwork, bonding and having fun go hand in hand with promoting your work. We believe in artists getting the exposure they deserve without experiencing the stressful side of social media and advertising. With contacts worldwide, covering a multidisciplined media environment, we can target your talent so you gain the experience without the consequence of wasted time in unproductive ventures. So, if you are serious about getting your talent out there, just contact Catherine at cjcpromotions.co.uk. That's Catherine at cjcpromotions.co.uk. And remember, our aim is to nurture your talent, not exploit it.
You are listening to Spectrum on Air, the colourful voice of radio.
welcome back to another episode of the Bandcamp Hour. My name is Cybertronics, aka Cole. I am the owner of Retro Reverb Records and one of your hosts today. I'm also joined today by the fantastic, the talented, the down-to-earth, grounded, rational, and good man, Tenodi, or Boris Tenodi. Sorry, I know your artist name is Tenodi Boris, but your real name is Boris, and on the screen it says Boris Tenodi. But no, Tenodi Boris, the artist. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing very fine, and you?
I'm doing brilliantly. Thank you so much for joining me. Actually, it's a real pleasure to have you on the show. I know we've got a lot of talk to talk about today, and an announcement to make, but what I'm most looking forward to is your insight into the tracks that we will be playing today. Right, as I said, I believe this is episode, if you bear with me 1 second, I should be able to tell you, episode something or other, episode 70, wait for the screen to catch up, 70, come on screen, 78. This is episode 78 of the Bandcamp Hour. I can't believe I'm 78 episodes in. That is some good work. Right, let's start off with, as always, the disclaimer about the Bandcamp Hour. Oh, you won't be able to hear that.
Great music, independent artists, and a bit of banter and fun. We aim to keep things respectful, but humour is subjective and can be a grey area. Not everything is for everyone. If you're easily offended or not into cheeky commentary, no worries, feel free to skip the show. Otherwise, settle in and enjoy the Bandcamp Hour.
Yes. In fact, right, so there will be dad jokes on the show, as always, and we're here every Sunday. I'm sure most of you are at home, if any of you are listening, cooking your Sunday meal, maybe having a little drink on a Sunday weekend to relax and wind down, like I like to do on a Sunday afternoon after a long week of work. Or whatever it is you're doing, we're hoping you are having a fantastic time. Don't forget that this show is brought to you by Spectrum on Air Live, and you can join us in the Mixcloud chat. We're also over there on Retro Reverb Records, YouTube channel live, and TikTok live. And you can catch us on Catch Up during the week via Spectrum on Air or Retro Synth Records. Right, Boris, we're off. We're going to start with our first track of the day. Only 7 minutes in. We're flying. Right, here we go. First track of the day. What shall we select? Okay, I'm going to start with something that I found really, what I would call not middle of the road, but right in the middle of exactly what people think synthwave is. So the first track, and if you go to your playlist, we're going to look at Zad Reed, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to get the artwork up, which is what we will start with. Okay, there we go. That's Zad Reed. I shall disappear from the screen. It actually helps, Boris, when describing the artwork, if you turn your camera off as well. I think just for the people at home, it's a little bit easier. I'm not sure why. So just turn your camera off for a few moments, if you could.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think they can now see it better than before. Okay, so you're the guest. Can you see the artwork?
Yes, of course. So the artwork is typical vaporwave colors, so pink, purple, a nice tree and some cars. It leaves a beautiful mellow feeling when you look at this picture.
Yeah, sunset-y type colors. There's a nice big palm tree on the right hand side. It looks to me like it's some kind of motel in America. So there's like a car park, and then on the right there's like a sort of cheapy kind of hotel, maybe somewhere in like, I don't know, California or something like that. It's got neon lights in the picture. There's a big Z in the middle, which is obviously for Zad. Do you think it's Zad Reed or Zadreed, maybe? Zadreed. I think it's probably Zadreed. The Z for Zadreed, and underneath it in neon italic writing, it says Summer Nights. And then Zadreed has got this sort of chrome, sort of half and half, sort of transformery effect on the word Zadreed. Right, so the big question, Boris, the first question of the day, and now I'm going to ask you for your opinion, is do you like the artwork?
Actually, yes, I do.
All right, okay. What do you like about it?
I like this, what I described earlier. I like this mellow feeling. I didn't hear the song yet, so I'm really, really on toes to see if the song matches the artwork now.
Yeah, I think that's what we try and do. So obviously this is Boris's first time. So what we try and do sometimes is see if the artwork matches the song, to see if we agree that the artwork is a good fit for the song. It doesn't always. Sometimes it can just be good artwork and doesn't fit, but sometimes we like to see if it can. I'm just going to read a little bit about Zadreed, who are from Berlin in Germany. Zadreed is an independent retro wave project founded in 2018, dedicated to crafting a diverse range of synth tracks. Sorry, I've just got to press more. In addition to feel-good anthems, the project explores a variety of moods, creating tracks designed from dreaming, relaxation, and introspection. Zadreed ensures that every song is a unique journey through vibrant landscapes and emotive soundscapes. Now, I have heard that before, so let's hope that the claim is correct. Right, one more thing. We've got to talk about the Bandcamp page. So I quite like the Bandcamp page. It's black in the middle. That always looks good. There's a banner at the top and an image down the side. He has put a description for the song. It says, discover the dreamy yet driving vibe of summer nights. He's used ChatGPT though. My latest synth pop single that captures the magic of those warm, endless evenings when the music takes over and time seems to stand still. With the chill but energetic beat, the track invites you to get lost in sounds and burning feelings. Okay, brilliant. This was released on August the 28th, 2025. Tags are 80s, electronic, dance music, emotional, retrowave, summertime, synth pop, synthwave, and Berlin. If you like this, you might also like Gunship, Lao, Magic Point, The Replicant, and Star Force. Bandcamp advises. Chill but energetic. Okay. Be careful with your whatever you've got going on in the background there. To support this, you can go to zadreed.bandcamp.com, which is ZADREED.bandcamp.com. And Boris, here is our first song of the day.
Alone all night.
And we are back in the house. That was Zad Reed. We were just listening to Zad Reed there, or Zad Reed. Sorry, I keep getting the name wrong, but we know what I'm talking about anyway. Right. Okay. So this is the moment where you get to shine, Boris. We're going to talk about your thoughts and your feelings on the track, if you like, because it's your first time. I'll start.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
So, you're going to start, are you? Do you want to start, or shall I?
You.
Me? Okay. All right. Excellent. I will go. Right. So the intro for me was a bit. It came in quite quickly. You know, it kind of for me. It kind of started. The track just went. Here we go. We're off into a track. But it had some sort of nice sort of paddy sounds and other things going on in the intro. I didn't mind sort of like the verses or the melody. I thought it went well with her voice. She had a very feminine voice. There wasn't too much in terms of like lyric. It was quite minimal lyrically. And then for the outro or the bridge leading into the outro, there was quite a nice sort of saxophony sound that gave it that real 80s sort of synth wavy vibe. And I think for me, quite importantly, I think the picture went with the music. So, you know, you were talking about this kind of, you said it had this calm feel. What was it you said, the word you used? Like the mellow feel. It was quite mellow. I mean, it kind of like almost poppy, but it wasn't like, there was no hard hitting drops or big energy moments in the track. It was fairly consistent all the way through. So that's what I thought. What about you?
So first of all, I understand the short intros because lately music and pretty much all art have to be faster than before. So you hear all the time hook. So it has to come in first several seconds. So I understand why they brought the song fast as possible.
Especially nowadays with like some of the streaming services offering TikTok placement or whatever, Instagram placement with the music. And then if the music is going to go on a TikTok video is going to be like 20 seconds, 30 seconds long. So, you know, it's got to come in straight away because that's all of the song that the listeners are going to hear. Which obviously is good for the artist from a point of like getting exposure and blah, blah, blah. But it's not great from just a pure musical point of view. What are we going to start just listening to 20 seconds worth of tracks now in the future and decide if we like them based on that? It's not much to go on, is it?
That's actually very possible future, Cole.
I know, it's scary and sad. But here on the show, if we can listen to a whole track and not lose our concentration. So anything else you thought about the track?
I really like the vocals.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Nice voice,
yeah. I liked the percussion synths that came on and off from time to time in chorus, especially. In general, the mix is okay. I don't really have any complaints.
Okay. All right. So I usually give it a score out of 5, and then you do as well. And then that score is added together and it gives them a score out of 10. We used to break it down like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, outro, you know, production, blah, blah, blah. But people got a bit offended. So we just give it like it's an overall score just for our feelings. And my score for that one, I think I quite liked it. I'm not sure I'd rush out to listen to it again or buy it. But there was nothing wrong with it, and it was quite pleasant. So I'm going to give it 3 out of 5.
I'm going to give 3.5 out of 5. You're right. So the song is not calling to buy it or listen it again and again. But I don't really have any complaints. They played safe this time, and that's not always a good option.
Maybe not. No. Let's just have a look quickly. Let's have a look at how well established they are. They did mention that they'd been around since 2018. I can see another release in 2025, another release in 2025. So that's 3 releases so far, 4 back in January. No, they go back. They do go back. I can see the earliest release I can see from them is June 2020. So much like many synthwave acts out there, maybe they formed during COVID times. Do you know what? I can't remember when COVID started and finished. It's terrible, isn't it? Was it January 2019? Was that the first year of COVID, or was it 20? I can't remember. It was just after Christmas. I remember that.
I don't know.
I've forgotten. That's how important it was. One of the major events in the last this century, and we can't even remember when it happened. Right. Okay. I've got a joke for you now. Don't worry. If you don't get it, you don't have to laugh. All right. But I'm going to say it anyway. Okay. How do you know when a clock is still hungry?
How?
It goes back for seconds. Like clock has like 1 second, 2 seconds, and in English when you
I understand very well.
Good. I just checking. Sorry, I shouldn't patronize you. I assume I know you know. Right. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Let's have what should we have? Show description. Here we go.
Hi, my name's Cybertronics, the owner of Retro Reverb Records, and I'm here with Maya Kamara. The Bandcamp Hour is the show. You are listening to the Bandcamp Hour, brought to you by Spectrum on Air, live every Sunday from 4 till 6 CET, and brought to you by Retro Synth Records every Tuesday at 6 and 12 p.m. CET.
For those of you who noticed, I just quickly changed the message because it's talking about Michael. I've got to delete that from the thing because she's no longer a host on the show. But let's just take a few minutes now to talk about you, Boris, and some of your music and what you've been doing. For those of you who don't know Boris, he is a producer mainly and has produced a load of really good music for us at Retro Reverb Records, and quite a diverse range of sound. We've had some drum and bass from him, some retro rave, some real synthwave, and quite a few different bits, some synth pop as well. So you're sort of quite talented. You're able to make a sort of wide range of music. What was your last release through us?
So my last release was Sexy Lady, which I released together with Cosmic Kiss.
One of my faves.
Joy is an amazing vocal.
Yes.
And as I approached him with a lot of respect, he sends this respect back, and he works hard too. So every complaint I had or something, he did his best to bring his best, and it turns out for me amazingly. It's amazing vocal, and it fitted right in.
I think the thing with Joey is he doesn't understand sometimes, or he doesn't. I think he does understand, but he doesn't believe people. I've spent 7 years working with Joey, telling him like how talented he is. Not just as a singer, by the way. I mean, the singing is his forte. That's his real strength. But he's also a good producer. He's also a really strong producer, and the stuff that he's produced himself and the EPs and some of the stuff that he's released are really, really good. The guy understands music, and you're right. He takes feedback excellently, and he doesn't take himself too seriously, which is one of the things that is actually a good and a bad thing about Joey, because he should take himself a bit more seriously because he's so good, but also he doesn't get carried away, which is a good thing as well. And what have we got coming up for you, Boris?
The next single again. So I'm building an album together with Joy because we had so amazing partnership in the last song. We decided to do complete album together, and it's going to be new disco funky style, very feel good and dancey. So that's the motive of the next album.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that. And when can people expect to maybe hear the first single from that?
The first single, so it can come in next 2 months.
It can or it can't.
It can. They can.
Oh,
They can expect in next 2 months to come. I was quite busy with some other stuff, so yeah. But it's going to come.
Okay. Sorry, I just accidentally clicked on something and it started playing. Right. Okay. Okay, so let's go into our next track of the day. Now, I'm going to change. This is completely different, right? So one thing I want anyone listening to this show to understand is, yes, Retro Reverb Records started as a synthwave label. Yes, this show started as the Bandcamp Hour, focusing on synthwave music, but both the label and the show have grown and changed since then, and we now really consider ourselves more of an alternative electronic label and show. So we like the fact that we're reaching a larger audience and we've got more variety in the sounds that comes out, and this track is an example of that. So let me go over to the artwork and change it for you, and I will do this one. Okay.
I will take off the camera.
Yeah, why not? Okay. We can take our ugly faces off the screen. No one wants to see them anyway. You know, we're middle-aged men now, Boris. The days of being young and beautiful have passed us by. All right. Okay.
Yeah. Now only loved.
Yeah, now only our wives have to put up with us. So that right. Okay. So I actually really enjoy this picture. It's black and white, grayscale. It just says shapes. Oh, maybe that's no. It doesn't say it on the artwork. Sorry. It's like someone's lying down on the floor and taking a picture of the side of a house, like looking up at the sky with the camera. You can see like a pole there, which is like the electricity pole of a house with all the wires that carry the electricity around the neighborhood. The house looks quite old and run down. Like there's a balcony, like a metal balcony, but I can see the paint is falling off or peeling away on the balcony, and the door and window looks like it's a rough neighborhood because it's kind of like it's got grates and metal panels, so it doesn't look like it's easy to get into. Wherever it was taken, though, was taken on a sunny, warm day, because it looks like it's, you know, nice clouds and blue sky from the picture. So that's what I can see. Would you like to add anything else, Boris?
I just that feeling it leaves is fantastic. So you have this beautiful blue sky with clouds. So this soft feeling and wires and old building on sides of the picture, so to say.
So are you talking about the contrast?
Yeah, I love the contrast. Yeah, I love the picture in general. Yeah, monochrome did it served it well, because now you don't have colors. You just have this visual boom that it makes. It's nicely made. Okay,
right. So we both, I think we both enjoyed the picture. Right, let's see now if we both enjoy the track, which I think you'll find is not synthwave. Right, here we go. And yes, Boris, we're back in the house. Turn on your camera. Yo, 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 yo. You're listening to the Bandcamp Hour. I'm here with Tanodi Boris, or Boris. My name is Cybertronics. I am the owner of Retro Reverb Records. This show is brought to you by Spectrum on Air every Sunday from 4 till 6 CET. And you can catch us on YouTube, TikTok, and Retro Synth Radio, and all of the catch-up shows that are available throughout the week. Don't forget to check out all the other shows on Spectrum on Air. They have a variety, a plethora of, is that how you say it? Peripheral? I'm saying it wrong. Whoever, I don't care. Of other shows. Go and check them out as well. Right. Okay. So that was an interesting track for me. I like that submission. It wasn't your bog standard submission. So I'm going to let you start this time. What would you like to say about that track?
Thanks. First of all, it has this nostalgia kick from the very beginning. The lo-fi synths together with bass and drums and very steady rhythm and everything gives you a feeling that reminded me like instantly of REM or Placebo. So the bands that were huge in 90s and early 2000s.
Okay. I actually got a slightly more grungy feel from it. Just because of the way that it was sort of mixed and mastered with the sounds almost being echoey in the background. I'm not kind of sure how to describe that exactly. Like almost like not stereo, quite tinny sounds. But what I liked about it was they had this like tinny kind of sounds in the background that really went well with the vocals. But the bass line, the bass guitar sort of came through quite nicely over the top of it, and it gave it a very sort of, like I say, grungy, heavy feel that kind of accompanied the sort of black and white artwork as well. So I really enjoyed it. Actually, I thought it was a great track for me.
It's a really good track. It's well thought and quite well mixed too. Because it's hard to achieve this lo-fi feeling and everything to sit well in the mix. It's not easy thing to do.
Go on, finish. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
It sounds easy for a listener. They just threw the instruments on and it was okay. No, it's really hard to put all the things in the mix. Absolutely. To sound like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, guys, or guys and girls, or ragazzi in Italiano, listening, that I do listen to the tracks when I receive submissions through Groover, mainly, by the way. So if you do want to submit to the show, come to Groover and search for Retro Reverb Records. I do prioritize releases there. Submissions there. No, I don't exclusively always do them for Groover, but that's where I will prioritize them. And if I get a good one on Groover and I'm like 50-50 between one that's not through Groover and one that is through Groover, I will go for Groover. So you know that now. I've lost my train of thought. What was I going to say? Damn it. I'll have to come back to me. Never mind. Right, let's go. What was I saying before that to get to the Groover submissions bit? There was a point I was going to make about it. I really can't remember. Never mind. Right, okay. Let's go for a score. What do you think?
I would give it 4.
4. I'm going to give it 4 too. By the way, we haven't mentioned the name of the band, which is horrific. They're called Monograms, which is Monograms, and that track was called Shapes, sorry, plural Shapes. So go and check them out. They unfortunately only gave me a SoundCloud link, so I'm not able to direct you anywhere else, but they are on SoundCloud if it's not private. If not, go and see if you can find them. I couldn't find them on Bandcamp, so they are not there.
Yeah, I shared the link already.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes. Boris is sharing the links in the Mixcloud chat. So go over to Mixcloud and join us if you would like to get those links. Right. Listen, Boris, what's red and smells like blue paint?
The question is, how does the blue paint smells?
It smells like, well, you know what paint smells like. It smells like paint.
LSD was not in my
I love the smell of paint. Anyway, the answer is what's red and smells like blue paint? Red paint.
Yeah, paint smell. Yeah.
All smells the same. All smells the same. Right. Okay. Right. Anyone who's a listener of the show knows my dad jokes are terrible. So here we go. Right. Let's move on to our next track of the day. I think I've got 8 tracks today, so we are doing quite well. We've just done, is it 2? We've only done 2, so we'll try and get another 2 in before the hour finishes. Okay, this is one I meant to do last week, so I am going to throw it on there this week. Okay, it's called All This Tomorrow by AVO. You got the link?
I have a link. I'm going to put the link in the chat.
I'm going to get the artwork up. There we go. And I shall display.
I will too. Pop.
Thank you. Right, it's your turn. What can you see in the picture, Boris?
Post-apocalyptic time.
Mm-hmm.
Big C, sun is dawning, or how does it?
Well, it could be rising or setting. Yeah, I know why you said dawning, because it's dawn in the morning and sunset in the evening. It could be either. I would say sunset. It looks like sunset to me.
Okay. It's a sunset. Smoggy city on the left. This place beside the main character of the story, and he's sitting like very deep in thoughts, I would say, looking at the sunset and thinking about life, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like quite a disheveled character. Like his clothes look maybe ripped, and his hair's quite a mess, and he's sitting on a cliff edge overlooking the sea or the ocean. But he's also got 4 TVs scattered around him that have got this like kind of blue image on, like you said, like a apocalyptic image, like there's no signal on the TV maybe, or something like that. And then it says at the bottom, All This Tomorrow, ending credits. And at the top, it's got AV0. And then what are those little lines called? Are they shutter lines? Like they call them, it's put shutter lines on the bottom of AVO. So it's white, but the white's all broken up and like it's been shot or broken up. And then at the bottom, it's got shutter lines. Anyway, so do we like the artwork?
Yeah. There is nothing not to like. It's very, very nice.
Yes. Is it AI? Do we think, or probably?
Well, for 90% it's AI. It's but on the other side, some lines and lightning around his head. Do you see how it glitters a little bit, the outlining around the guy?
Yeah,
that's really hard to get with AI. So I'm not sure.
Maybe they paid someone. Hopefully that would be nice. AVO is an electronic music project with 80s and 1990s inspired sounds in the cyberpunk rave contrast. Oh, I like cyberpunk. Broadcasting visions and random data from the planet Neon Earth solar system, Milky Way, human year 2000XX. So definitely dystopian future cyberpunk vibes. You've got that correct. I like the page. There is a really, really long description, which I do like, but I'm not going to read. I like the fact that they put a description in there for the fans. This was released on the 14th of October 2025. Any shout outs? Additional touch, final mix and mastering by Marco Mantovani. Ah, I know somebody called Mantovani. All right, okay. Tags are electronic, retrowave, synthwave, cinematic, dark synth, electronic, IDM, soundtrack, synthesizers, trance, and vaporwave. If you like this, you might also like AL Victor, Hypno Discs. Never heard of any of these. Cyber Heat. And Heatwave. There's some other artists that have a similar sound, says Bandcamp. Right, we're going to play the song All This Tomorrow, and you can support this by going to av-0.bandcamp.com. That's a bit of an awkward Bandcamp name to find, I have to say. Maybe what they wanted to put in was already taken, I would imagine. Okay, here we go. All This Tomorrow, ending credits.
still dreaming.
We are back in the house. My name is Cybertronics, and I'm here with Tenodi Boris. And we were just listening to a song that's named I have forgotten already. Oh, we got a little bit of lag there. Never mind. All this tomorrow, ending credits. AVO.
I hear you double.
Yeah, me too. Don't worry. Make sure your microphones are not on. Let's try again. Hopefully, we got no echo there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no.
There we go. That's better. Right. Okay. So that was an interesting. I'm muted. Hold on 1 second. It was an interesting. No, I need to be muted. Right. Okay. It's to do that. Okay. That was an interesting cinematic, like end movie scene. Hope. Maybe at the very end there is some hope for humanity. Style. Song. What do you think?
I love the start. Everything on its place. It had this extremely nostalgic feeling, like 80s anime, or let's say some movies like Top Gun or something like that. So it was really nice. And then the toms, the electric toms were also on the place. I really love the complete song. So this kind of song from time to time. So as a half expert in everything, I would say it was a good song.
Are you ready to transform your trading and achieve your financial goals?
Sorry, I'm just having some stupid technical issues. Anything you didn't like about the song?
Well, the mix was not perfect. So I heard too many intertwines between sounds, more than it should. So it's a slow song. It's a slow song. As a slow song, your weapon is layering sounds, so the listener always have something new to listen to. So that happens when you when you make fast songs. That's for but you have to be really careful how you layer all of these, because at the end it was a little too heavy to listen to.
And in fact, you mentioned we had some cracks. It might have been that it was so heavy that the system was struggling with it ever so slightly. Maybe that's not true, but listen, it was a well-made song. It was put together well. It had elements and layers as you went through. It created a feeling that was, I think, intended. Even as it said end credits, I can understand why they put end credits. It really had that end of movie feel to it. So I'm gonna give it, and I don't like really ambient kind of slow music in general, but I'm going to give that a 4 because I thought it was a really good attempt at that style of music, even if that style of music is not my taste. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.
I'm going to give it 4.2.
4.2, that's an 8.2. It's the highest scorer so far today. So well done those guys. That's an excellent job. Right, okay, hold on. One more thing. Just wait with me. What do you do if you see a spaceman? No, that's rubbish. Right, hang on, hold on. Okay. Oh, is this offensive? I don't know. Am I allowed to say this? I'm going to try. Why can't blind people eat fish?
Go on.
It's seafood. Maybe that is. No, that's probably offensive. Okay,
but that was actually funny.
Okay, I remind people that we have a disclaimer. So if anyone was offended by that, if you are blind, sorry, we didn't mean it in an offensive way. It just came up as one of the jokes on the screen. We apologize if anyone feels offended by that joke. Right, okay. Moving swiftly on. Right, I think it's time that we made an announcement of the day. We're leading up to the hour, which is usually the busiest time for the show. So, Boris, you and I, how long have we been working? You've been working for me as one of my artists for how long now?
I don't know.
Quite a long time though. Would it 3 years?
Yeah. Around 3 years, yes.
Around 3 years. So you've been in the label for around 3 years, maybe 2.5. Who knows? Not exactly. And then I would say, maybe six months ago, maybe slightly longer, 9 months. You joined the management team on RetroReverbRecords as well, yeah?
Yes. I joined as a in charge of promotions, video promotions.
Yeah, the not so fun stuff.
The grinding stuff.
The grinding day to day. Okay, anyone who doesn't know anything about running a record label, some of the stuff that really is difficult, because it's like a hamster wheel. You have to do the same thing over and over and over again. And one of the things that is very tiring is that you have to be on social media a lot. And social media is not good for your health. Let's just be honest. And especially if you're sitting there trying to release music and you're worried about how popular it is and how many likes it gets and how many shares. And it's not good for your health. And another thing that's not good for your health when you're running a record label is having people be horrifically horrible and rude and not understanding contracts and having weird and strange expectations and then taking out on you because personally, probably it's because they don't feel like their music's done as well as it should have done. And anyone who's worked in the music industry nowadays will know that it is just incredibly hard. The whole 7 years I've been doing this, and maybe only in the last year I've really realized how much the music industry has had the bottom ripped out of it in terms of like people actually listening to music. We were talking about 20 seconds for Instagram feeds. It's that kind of stuff that destroys music, because we used to have people listening to albums in the past, whole albums, and going through and like analyzing every song and thinking this song connects to this, and I understand this track, and and is there a thread between the album, and what was this album like compared to their last album? And you could sit there and listen to an album for a year and still be learning new things about the album. After a year, you suddenly hear something like you thought, I didn't notice that, and like in a track, and you're like, and all of the tracks that you like most at the beginning are the ones that you like the least afterwards. And like when you get to, you've listened to the album 50, 60, 70 times, you're like, actually, my favorite 3 tracks are these tracks. And when I first listened to it, my favorite 3 tracks are these tracks. That just doesn't really happen anymore. And it's sad. It's a sad state of things, and I think it will probably just only get worse. But we don't know. Maybe maybe we can say things. But anyway, sorry, I've gone into a negative note. What I want to finish on a positive note. So what I did want to say is that over the let's say 3 years that Boris and I have been working together, and then he came on as a management, and then I sort of downscaled slightly over the summer. One of the things that happened was we had a conversation with Boris, and Boris has now decided to come on as drum roll co-owner. So I have now signed over half the company to Boris. Boris is now the man in charge. He'll be doing more of the day-to-day stuff. And had some fantastic visions for the label, which is really good to announce. And it's about time that I had somebody else on board with me. And I know that you're excited about what's going to come and what you can do. I think after 7 years, I might have gone a little bit stale. So it's nice to have new ideas come in. And I think Boris is going to help kick on Retro Reverb Records. And it's part of the reason he is on the show today. So congratulations, Boris. How are you feeling about your new role as co-owner of Retro Reverb Records?
Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, guys. I'm so nervous. But very excited, and I do actually have a plan. It's you are right, Cole. We didn't rush this. We talked a lot about this. It's not a decision made overnight. I had also time to figure out the strategy for our label in the future. Cole did amazing job, bringing the label from dust from 1,000 others and bringing it to a level where people know about Retro Records, where people recognize our sound, where people know that we are not the fakes. We are not exploiting artists. We try to nurture them and to bring them even higher than before. And that's actually rare, people. Are you listening? It's rare.
Yeah, well, brings me back to my point that sometimes people don't understand what you're trying to do and they have weird expectations. But I think what Boris is trying to say is that, thank you for the praise, by the way, Boris, that I got us to a certain point. But for a number of years, I've recognized that I needed somebody else. And what I understood from working with Boris was that he is a very practical, pragmatic, down-to-earth guy. And that he had some ideas about, how you can do things differently, streamline things, make things simpler. And I think anyone who's ever run a business or ever been involved in management in any capacity will understand that your own ideas can only get you so far. It's like when you collaborate with another artist, there's you come with, this is what I've done, and all of a sudden, what do you think about this, or what if we change this? And all of a sudden you're elevating the track and you're changing the track, and Retro Reverb Records needed some new ideas and some new fresh approaches and stuff. And I've decided in that respect to take a bit more of a back seat and just say, all right, Boris, you steer the ship for a while, and let's see where we go. So I think that we're going to see some really cool, exciting changes. I think we might see a little bit of a change of direction in release policy and maybe even what we release. I'm going to try my best to after 7 years, it's a difficult one, to be a bit more quiet and not say as much, and see how Boris does. But we will also obviously be working together, and the most important thing is that Boris shares the ethos and the core values of the company, and he understands exactly what they mean. He's experienced them, he's gone through them, he's seen how I've managed other artists, how I talk to people, and he understands that that's really, really important to the label and everything we do. So fantastic news. Boris, welcome on board, and hopefully a good next sort of 4 months for this year, and kicking on into next year as well. And we've got a whole load of releases coming in September for you guys as well. So we've got a release every week in September, first week of October, last week of October definitely, and probably the third week of October. So the next 2 months are chock-a-block. And on that, let's get to one of our releases that is coming out next Friday on the 12th. Right, here we go. So it's Alanis and Another World. And the thing is, I don't really know what track to pick. I think I'm going to go As She Dances. I may have played it on the show before, but doesn't matter. Really great EP. I'll let you just describe the image you can see there, Boris.
Yeah, it's Alanis singing. Very passionate.
Okay, I'll add a bit of context. There's a purple hue to the color. It is Alanis singing live, a live performance. It's got her logo, which I absolutely love. At the bottom, it says Another World in sort of purpley, pinky, whitey, blurry synthwave colors. And at the top, it's got Retro Reverb Records. Yeah, that pretty much describes it. Do you like her logo, by the way? I'm a big fan of her logo.
I love the logo.
Designed by Alex Vecchietti, her husband, who is a talented man when it comes to those kind of things. Right, so Alanis is from Sicily, here in Palermo, near me, and Alex Vecchietti and Alessandra, Alex and Alex, or Alex and Ale, as they call themselves. Alex Vecchietti is the ambassador for Retro Reverb Records. He was one of the original co-founders, although he's not an owner anymore, and that's his wife. And they have got a load of stuff coming up for us actually through September, and some releases going on. So we're going to play her track As She Dances. Okay, here we go. Oh, to support this, you can go to alenis.bandcamp.com. Alanis is spelled ALENIS.bandcamp.com. Let's just quickly do the tags as well. Acoustic, electronic, rock, pop, synthwave 80s, and Palermo. And as it hasn't And we are back in the house. I forgot to turn my microphone on and the camera. But yo, never mind. No one ever said this is a professional show. We do this for the love of the music. I am getting better slowly. Okay. Right, so that was Alanis as she dances. So the strong points for me on the track, I like the chorus. I always think Alex do good choruses, and I found it quite catchy and easy to sort of bop along to. It's got a nice feel to it. The bit that Alex comes in and sings about Judy, that's their daughter. So I'm not sure if they're talking about their daughter. I think they're talking about their daughter. I think they are expressing the freedom that a child feels. They can just dance when nobody's looking at them, and that the love and the happiness that brings. What were your thoughts on the song?
I love how it evolves from almost a classical country song to a synth wavy pop thingy at the end. Yeah, choruses are catchy, and as they should be. They are telling a story, and it's nice. It's nice to listen to the story with the song. It's also rare these times.
Yeah. Do you think the melody could have done with a bit more variety?
The melody as a melody is just fine. I don't think they need more variety, so it will just confuse the listener more. For in my opinion, from my point of view, it's just fine.
Okay, all right. So very lo-fi track in the terms of its sounds.
Yeah,
and the melody was okay, but we got a good chorus and quite a nice message going on with the track. All right, okay. So what score would you like to give it?
This time I will give 3.5.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 4 just because I really like the chorus.
The biggest minus is mix for my opinion.
Okay,
not to the song itself.
Yeah, you and Alex should have a chat about that for sure. Because sure. Alex is somebody who I think would genuinely appreciate and take that on board. He's a music man like Joey and yourself. I think he would be very open to a discussion on that as well. Okay, right. Hold on, I've got a joke. I have an inferiority complex. Sorry, hold on. Let me start again. I have an inferiority complex, but it's not a good one. Right, okay. Moving on. Bad joke. Okay, here we go. Let's play this.
The Bandcamp Hour is brought to you every Sunday from 4 till 6 CET, live on Spectrum on Air, Mixcloud, RetroReverbRecords YouTube and TikTok channels.
Right, we have 4 tracks left. Let's go with this one. Right, so it's a duet, Boris, and the track is Confidence from the album.
Yeah.
Okay, duet are from London in the UK, big supporters of UK and Italian artists. I would have to go back to the main page to see if there's any descriptions, but the page is all white, which I don't like. But let's talk about the artwork quickly, which I haven't got saved. Never mind. I could save it, but I'll describe it quickly. It's a picture of a woman. It's all sort of blurred out, and I don't know. It's her hair's flowing backwards. There's no logo on the picture. The colors are sort of like negative colors of a photo. So her face is kind of like blue and yellow, and the lipstick's red, and the rest of it's pink. Right. I'm not going to say anything more about that, apart from you can support us by going to duett, DUETT, .bandcamp.com, and this song is called Confidence from the latest album. Here we go. Yes, 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 yes. You are back. This is the Bandcamp Hour, episode 78. My name is Cybertronics, and I am now the co-owner of Retro Reverb Records, and I'm joined by the other co-owner of Retro Reverb Records. We wait to say that all show. Boris Tsanodi. We are joint owners of Retro Reverb Records, and we are bringing you the Bandcamp Hour, brought to you on Spectrum on Air. Right, okay. Thoughts and feelings on that one, Boris?
Feelings are on the place. It reminds me of a cinematic track from a 80s movie. Again, like a kickboxer. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah, actually, yeah. When he's like training, I do remember.
Yeah.
Hitting the like bamboo sticks and stuff like that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah. I love the mix. FM bass sounded amazing. And also FM Roads were also very, very on the place.
Hey, I have to admit ignorance here. FM Roads? I don't understand what that means.
FM Roads, it's a electric piano sound.
Roads. Sorry.
Roads.
Now I know what you mean. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and that FM bass. It's a very, very particular sound. It's like a crispy bass. It comes with that kick, and it's irreplaceable. It came with DX7, Yamaha DX7. Do you remember that keyboard?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
With a legendary keyboard, it came this sound too, and Yamaha was terrible to program. It was so hard to program. It was
glad
a
you didn't
nightmare.
Swear
I had to swallow that.
Well done.
It's a very, very, very heavy to program keyboard. It's really for people who understand physics and algorithms. And if you don't, me neither. So I had to collect notes and tips from a lot of people to actually program this keyboard. But when you do it, it's very rewarding. And this kind of sound comes from DX7. Okay. And I love to hear it everywhere. It was layered with a little bit of flanger or a phaser. And,
I think it was a flanger, probably.
Yeah, and it tickled my ear just the right way. I really like that.
Nice expression, tickled my ear.
Yeah. On the negative side, it was boring.
Not as interesting as it could have been.
Yeah. It should more. It just the song has to have more.
It was. I understand what you're saying. It was ambient. It was nostalgic. It had fantastic sounds in it. It was well produced. What it didn't have was the X factor in terms of like keeping us hooked as a listener. Yeah, maybe something like that. Yeah. Very, very. That was very directly said, but never mind. We live, we learn. Right, okay. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. What about you?
I'm going to 3.5. 3.5.
All right, okay.
3.5. I love the mix, and I loved how the sounds were in the mix and made, and I really appreciate that. But yeah,
cool. Right, okay. We've got 3 tracks to go. Let's try and squeeze them in before the hour finishes. So let's go for this one, which is Memories by, hold on, let me just zoom in a little bit for my old decrepit eyes, by, I mean, is it Jazzing? Jazxing, Jazzing. I think it's Jazzing, spelled in a weird way. Okay, let's get the artwork up. I'm sure I have this one. It reminds me, the artwork reminds you're not from Britain, obviously.
Yeah.
But there used to be, before there was like Sky TV, or whatever in the UK, we used to just have like 4 channels, 4 like broadcasting channels that were the BBC, or there was BBC 1, BBC 2, ITV, and Channel 4. And later on they had Channel 5. And one of the channels, I think it was ITV, at about 2 a.m. in the evening, used to go, the channel would stop. And they had this really weird, trippy picture of this woman with like, actually, I should try and find. I'll send it to you after the show. This woman with like a doll or something, and behind her, the pattern used to look a bit like this that you can see in this picture, and it would sort of go, and you knew that was it. That was back in the 80s, and that's what it kind of reminds me of. What do you see when you look at this? It's like spectrum of colors.
It gives me the feeling of a hard drive defragmented. Yeah. In a process to be defragmented. So it looks to me it looks like when you press defragmentation on a computer, and the process when it starts putting all back together. Yeah, it looks to me something like that. Definitely like a distorted memory, so to say.
Yeah. It's called Jazzing Memories, including Full Disco Perfection Mix. Full Disco Perfection Mix, it better be the best disco track that I've ever heard. I don't like the Bandcamp page very much. The banner is very bland. It's just got Higher Love Recordings symbol in the middle, and then this sort of it looks a bit cheap, if I'm honest. Blue background, then it's grey on the sides and white in the middle. It's got some reasonable support. There's 20 thumbnails there that support it. There is a description, so excellent. This was released on July the 24th, 2025. Do we have to do a shout out? No, it's not a record label. Tags are Acid, Balearic, Chug. I don't know what that means. Electronic House, Downtempo, and Brighton. So they're from the UK. You might like, if you like this, you might like Jezebel, Bonnie and Klein, Hooson and Johnson, Jono, Mutt, and Friends. Right, okay. To support this, please go to higherloverec.bandcamp.com. Right, so here we go. Let's play this. I think this page needs a little bit more work, if I'm honest. Here we go. Yes. We are back in the house. Bandcamp out 78, episode 78. We are at 4:30. We are coming up to the end of the show. We have a couple more tracks for you just before the end. So stay tuned. Don't tune out. A couple more for you. So that was described as the perfect disco track. I'm not going to agree on that description. What did you think?
Cowbells. I need more cowbells.
More cowbells. I just can't get enough more cowbells, man. That's brilliant. I love that scene. What's that from? Saturday Night something or other, isn't it? It's
I don't know.
Who's he got?
I don't know.
Will Farrell. Is it Will Farrell? No. Yeah, it might be Will Farrell. Is it Will?
Yeah.
The comedian, the guy. You know.
Yeah, it's Will Farrell with big nose.
Yeah, and he's got a really famous actor, Christian something. I can't remember. Right? Okay. For me, look, I want to start with the negative. I don't feel like that was funky enough as a disco track. It didn't have enough. Like, it wasn't like, disco. You want to be boom, 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 boom. It's real feeling like you're going to move and stuff. Didn't deliver that for me. So I think that was a major flaw in that track for me. How did you feel about it?
So I will be a little more elaborative on this. So disco in general came up with late 50s. And disco is still on today. So you have 60s disco, 70 disco, 80 disco, 90 disco, 2000 disco, and so on and so on. What they all have in common is it's danceable. It's very danceable, and it's in a tempo you walk. You can walk in that tempo. So if you want Bee Gees, if you want Boney M, if you want,
like you go. Ba 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 ba, staying alive.
Staying alive. Yeah. It's a tempo you walk on. You can dance and so on and so on. So this song delivered the tempo. That's not a question at all. It's exactly in this tempo, but it's just has to be more variables in the melody, in a funk, in a groove, so to say. The first wave of the song was nice, and then the waves came. The next wave was the same as the first wave, and it was stinky until the end of the song. It's just they didn't change the air as the song went, and yeah.
No, I understand what you mean. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just kind of. It needed a little bit of variation.
Fresh air.
A little bit more funk. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. A bit of fresh air. Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5.
Me too. 3 out of 5.
6 out of 10, so just slightly above average. Not a bad track. I mean, like you said, there was some good elements in it and stuff like that, and some cool sounds. Maybe just not quite for either of us. Is what we're saying here. Right? Okay. It's time for a joke, though. Do you want to hear a joke about construction? Never mind. I'm still working on it. Listen, Boris, if you ever decide, I know it's a painful experience coming on the radio show with me. It's not easy. But if you ever decide to come on again, you have to find your own dad jokes. It's the rule, okay? Right. For any guests who come on, you have to find some dad jokes that you like, and you try and read them. So
Okay, if you will have me another time.
I will. I mean, honestly, you're welcome. You're welcome every week, man. We're co-owners now, so why not? I mean, as long as you've got the time. If you don't have the time, fine. But if you do, you can come and join the show whenever you like. So you're more than welcome. All right.
Thanks.
I mean, we can have some special guests as well. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be.
We can have more than one person on the show. Now, what the hell is going on here? Okay, hold on 1 second. Right, now this one, I've been promising this lady I would play her music. Just bear with me. I think there's an advert. Yes.
Teaching people how to trade from home since 2000.
Wait, I think it's just being weird. 1 second. Okay. So I've been promising this lady I'd play something of hers for a while. And this is the first one that's caught my attention. Her name is Slavena Tiger. So Slavena is spelled Slavena, and then Tiger is in the tiger. Let's see if I've got the artwork, because I don't think she has any artwork for this. So maybe I can't.
It's just she's lying on a big.
Yeah, it's just a Barbie doll lying on a chair. I don't have anything because she doesn't have Bandcamp, and I couldn't screenshot it. It was weird. So I think what we'll do is called Overcoming Gravity. I've spelt her name, and you can go and find it on YouTube, as I said. But shall we start? Let's have a listen to the track. Here we go. Oh, my mouse has gone all weird. Oh, no, it's responsive. Here we go.
How much is the way you currently speak costing you in your personal life and in your career? You see, a lot of people don't realize this. A lot of people are technically amazing with what they do. Technically speaking, they are a 10 out of 10.
Yes, we're back in the house. And that is the problem with flipping YouTube submissions, everyone. I get adverts, and there's a bit of a lag on the system, and I can't stop them. Please don't send me YouTube submissions. I want Bandcamp. This is called the Bandcamp Hour for a reason, and it is in the description when you submit to Groover. That is my complaint over. Right. Okay. Sort of kind of Portishead sounding track there, sort of dark, sort of synthy, poppy, not poppy, sort of dark synth sounding track. I liked the sort of background ambient soft synths that were going on. I liked the change of pitch that she had. She sort of went from sort of a normal pitch to very, very high. I quite liked that. What did you think?
Well, I love their artistic approach to the song. I could understand what they want to achieve. So that's also really important for artist to send a message.
What do you understand that they want to achieve?
This artistic message of it's a German word. It's a Weltschmerz.
A Weltschmerz, right?
Weltschmerz.
Weltschmerz.
Jawohl.
I just like the way it sounds. Weltschmerz.
It actually means a world pain, and it's a common artistic expression when you try to achieve something and that something is just too far away. It's a hard thing to describe, and that's why there is a word for, and you can search it if you want to know exactly what that is. But in a sense of mixing, production skills, singing, and so on, I'm not amazed. It's not rubbish by any means. It's just it needs a bit more from everything.
Bit more fine.
Yeah, from everything. Yeah. Just a next step could be that. Could be it.
Well, hopefully she's listening and she takes that on board and takes that to her next. So I mean, because listen, we're not here just to tell people that their music's amazing, and sometimes we play. So, like, we're not only going to play submissions that we think are great. We're going to play submissions that have potential. We're going to play submissions that we think need some advice. We're going to play submissions that are different sounds. And this show is not here just to tell everyone that we love their music. So anyone who doesn't like that, I would suggest probably that you don't listen, because this is an honest show, and it says what we think. And I think you've said what you think there objectively. You've given her a little bit of advice, and hopefully she can take it on board and use that to move forward, because that's what art's about, isn't it? Everyone's got an opinion and a feeling about it. An artist wants to create that emotion within the listeners, so they need to be able to take that on board and think about how they do things. But it's not a terrible song. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. I thought it had quite a few different bits about it, so it was interesting enough for me.
I will stay on 3.
3, okay, right. So we're coming up to the last song of the track of the show, of the track. I'm going to have to tell one more joke before I go. Right. So I used to tell dad jokes. Then he told me to stop. Okay. Right. The last one is called Desire 101 original version. I couldn't get a Bandcamp link because they don't have one. The Desire is spelled Desire, and then 101 original version. I don't really have anything else to say about this song apart from let's listen to it and see if we like it. Here we go. Oh, no, I've got to get the artwork up. Sorry, stupid. Right, you can describe the artwork just before we go into it. It's always the end of the show. Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry. Hold on. I'm here. 1 second. Here it is. Right, okay. I'll disappear. Okay. Oh, no. Still see my stupid face. Okay. What can you see?
I can see two faces. Boy, it's hard to describe. Their desire, and the right one looks like
I think
Psycho.
And the left one looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think together it makes. Did you watch the show You on?
Yes, You.
Yeah. This reminds me of the main character of that show, and
it's got that that sketchy effect. You know when you use pencils to draw things, like just a black pencil. It's got that kind of like sketch effect that they did in the 80s. And there's a really famous video where it's a normal video and then he jumps through a window and he turns into this like sketch effect. I can't remember what the song's called now. Anyway, I can't remember. But yeah, I think it's got good and evil, isn't it? Good on the left, evil on the right.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to the track. Here we go. that was the last show of the track, and by far the best one in my opinion. I don't know why we didn't play that earlier on. That was awesome. Everything about that one rocked. I really enjoyed that. What a lovely way to finish the show, though. I'll start with you, Boris. What did you think? I mean, vocals amazing. I don't know, good rock, everything nice.
Well, this time you really saved the best for last. It was the best. That was by far the best song today. It's an amazing track. It's exactly as it should be made. People, if we have producers listening, listen to this song once more, again and again, because it has what it needs to have: a song, a beginning, a middle, a break, an exit, everything. Production quality is really in professional level, and the singing, powerful, nice. Feels like 80s in a sense, of very Tears for Fears voice.
Good. It was good. Everything about it. There was nothing wrong with it. It's like you can't say. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and give it a 5 because I have heard obviously better tracks in my life. But for what it was and what it was trying to do, like it's kind of this rocky sort of synth poppy rocky 80s kind of feel, big hair, guys moving around, great vocals, good guitar, nice structure, good production, everything like that. I'm going to give it a 4.5 for me for the today anyway. It was the best track that we've had today.
Yeah, 4.5 for me too.
That's a 9 out of 10. So well done. So everyone out there, go and check them out. Obviously, they have some skills to pay the bills. Right, last joke of the day. Hold on. No, those are no good. Oh, okay. You know, in graveyards, Boris. Graveyards where people are buried, where they die.
Yeah.
So in the UK, they didn't used to put fences around the graveyards, but they've started to do that. Do you know why?
Why?
No, you can just say no. It's okay if you don't.
No.
No, you don't know. It's because people were just dying to get in there.
Yeah.
By the way, they don't do those fences in the UK. It's a European thing, but they do it in Europe. All right, listen. I've had a wonderful time as always. I really enjoyed this show every week.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you for joining us, Boris. You're welcome. You're welcome to come again. I know you've got a family just like me, but if you want to join us every Sunday, please feel free.
Thank you.
As I'd like to say, Boris is now joint co-owner of Retro Reverb Records. Easy for me to say, with myself, and we'll be moving forward together. This is the Bandcamp Hour. This is episode 78. You can catch us on repeat if you missed today on Retro Synth Records and on Spectrum on air. You guys have an absolutely wicked weekend, and thanks for listening. Peace! We're out of here.
Can I come in? Tony Ingledow here. I just want to tell you all about Tony's Afternoon Delight on Spectrum on Air. Every Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. If you want to hear a great mix of music, news of local events, plus theatre news, then this is the place to be. So why not join me every Tuesday between 2 and 3 p.m. here on Spectrum on Air, the colourful voice of radio. Don't be shy, give it a try.
the colorful voice of radio.
Chart HQ, networked on the finest radio stations. This is the official Heritage Chart with Mike Reed.
Oh my goodness, what a chart this week. 4 new entries, 93 countries voting, and the first new entry is in at 40. It's the new one from the Starjets, Brooklyn Lighthouse Keeper.
On the longshoremen of long gone away.
entry at 40, the Starjets, Brooklyn Lighthouse Keeper, tribute to Frank Schubert, the Coney Island Lightman. Excellent stuff. It's such an interesting chart, so many different songs. 39, the Chords, they've had 6 weeks in there. 2 weeks in heaven. Paul Da Vinci, Without You at 38, and a new entry at 37 for Mickey Jupp, I Will Be Everything.
I'll be your cigarette when life is a drag, and when you're under the weather, baby, I'll be your hat. I'll be good for you when you're feeling bad. I will be everything. I will be everything. I will be everything you'll ever need. I'll be the up escalator get you down. I'll be Times Square, baby, when there's nobody around. And when you're really, really blue, I'll be Jackson Brown. I will be everything. I will be everything. I will be everything you'll ever need. Don't you worry your pretty little head. I'm gonna take care of you, be everything and everywhere for you. I'll be your telephone, just talk to me. I'll be your sneakers, baby, just don't walk out on me. I'll be the light of your life, maybe you'll see. I will be everything. I will be everything. I will be everything you'll ever need. I will be everything. I will be everything. I will be everything you'll ever need. I will be everything.
Mickey Jupp, I Will Be Everything, a new entry at 37. He really takes the Lake District biscuit, doesn't he? The man that plays the lute in boot and the guitar to boot. Number 37, second new entry, I Will Be Everything. And Caitlin Gray, Gary Private, a new entry at 36 with Carry On.